from Relay FM, this is Connected, episode 474. Today's show is brought to you by Fitbod, Electric, and Indeed. I'm Federico Vitici, and it's my pleasure to be joined, as always, by Mr. Stephen Hackett. Hello, Stephen.
Hey, Federico. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, and I am ready to adjudicate some points today.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We are also joined by Mr. Mike Hurley.
Hello, I have two things to say. One, I don't like the idea of Federico appointing himself adjudicator. Two,
I tried.
We had a very good pro show, GetConnectedPro.co, where we spoke about some real deep GTD things. No kidding, that's what we spoke about. And there is always something about Federico's introduction that jolts me back in the energy of a Federico introduction to the show. You know, I'm in a certain I'm in
Contemplative?
Yes.
There you go. Thank you. What Steven said. I'm in one of those kinds of moods. But then Federico's and I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm ready to go again. So it brings me back to life. It wakes me up. Wakes me up inside.
Wake me up. It's really a day when I'm the one who gets the pronunciation correct.
Oh, that is an all-timer, right? Flubbing the word pronunciation. That is I
struggle with things.
You just hit an all-time record right there. I'm proud of you.
We do have our picks to grade from Apple's Scary Fast event, but first we have some follow-up, and we start with some maybe good news about iOS 17.2.
This is very funny to me. So Federico has been speaking for weeks about the issues that he had with reminders, where he would type in a natural date and it just would not even get close to what he was asking for. Now, when we started talking about this, listener Gaz wrote in to say that there has been an issue with the British English configuration with reminders, that it was just impossible to set things for a coming Sunday. If you said do this on Sunday, it would always select the next week's Sunday. So we were talking about these concurrent issues. And in 17.2, the Sunday problem has been fixed. Federico, how's yours? How's your problem going?
Not fixed. So you can now schedule things for Sunday if you're in the UK.
Maybe the reminders team likes me, but doesn't like you.
I doubt it. I doubt it because I'm a very likable person.
Wow. So humble too.
How can you explain the fact that this bug got fixed, but your bug didn't get fixed?
When people think of me, they think, oh yeah, Federico's very humble and likable.
Very humble.
Yeah, that's what people think.
Very humble.
So,
if anything, you're too humble, you know?
If anything, that's been a problem, being too humble in my life, you know?
For you.
I get a headache sometimes. I'm like, what's this headache? And I'm like, yeah, I'm too humble. It's
too humble. Too much humble in there.
Too much humble is making me sick.
Mm-hmm. My humble, it is very sick. Please help.
I was off the beta train on my 15 Pro Max, and 17.2 dropped, I guess, was that last week? And the Journal app is a part of it. I think we're going to talk about Journal in a future episode. It's very interesting, but also not very interesting at all. I feel very conflicted about it, but that's a future episode's problem.
I don't think I'm going to install the beta. I think I'm just going to wait.
It's not worth it for Journal. Spoilers.
Well, there's a lot of stuff in there that I'm interested in, which I think maybe all of it is not exactly what I want. But what I've seen of the Journal app is interesting for me. This is takes from somebody who doesn't use Day One, right? So maybe for you, it's well, this is not a replacement for Day One. But for me, I'm maybe it's just this fun way to for my phone to snitch on me to myself. I don't know. That would be interesting to see how it works. But I also want tagbacks, which I think maybe aren't as good as I want. But and never mind. I'm assuming emoji will appear in this beta before it ships, right?
Could be.
That seems likely.
I guess, yeah.
Because usually they just show up, right? Like the release candidate or whatever, and it's haha, the emoji is here.
Good news. The USB-C Apple Pencil is now available for sale.
Perfect.
I didn't realize it wasn't shipping the day they announced it, but here we are.
What's the point of 2 press releases for this thing? Why didn't they just do this one today? You know?
I know. Why would you have it wrap around on both sides of the M3 announcement? This is very strange.
Let me go take a look at the newsroom now. So you got a pencil, and then you scroll down, and the pencil's there again. That is very strange. It isn't even that long. October 17th to November 1st, 2 press releases about the Apple Pencil with USB-C. Must be very proud of it.
I do want to play with it. I want to like. I hope it makes a good sound.
I kind of want to get one.
Yeah.
But also, I shouldn't get one.
Do it. Order it right now.
But why?
You could talk about it. You could review it on the show.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay.
You know
If you feel like that will be worthwhile content.
I mean, it's Federico's money.
You know what? I'm doing it. Whatever.
Maybe it's John's money.
No, it's mine.
half of John's money.
It's mine.
No, it's mine. Is that what you said? No, it's my money.
It's my money.
No, I'm buying it with my personal account.
It's our money, you know? It's our money.
When is November 6th? Is it like next week?
Next week.
That's like is that
too,
the end of this week? No, middle of next. Start with next week.
Too far away. I want something I want it now.
Wow.
Well, then wait until November 6th and order it.
But the
then,
wait is also what makes it sweet. So, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if you want a wait now, right? So it's like a sweet thing.
Ooh.
You know? You think of it that way?
That's
a life hack.
That's deep. I'm doing the checkout. You keep going.
Obviously, we're going to talk about the event today, right?
What?
Yeah, I know. There was an Apple event. Are you ready?
They did another one?
When we scored the Rickies. But I just wanted to know, considering how this was such a different event than usual, did the two of you have any kind of like different setup in how you consumed the event, how you watched the event?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, it was very sad.
Okay.
Given the time zone difference, I watched the event at 1 a.m. I watched it by myself in the living room. Sylvia had already gone to sleep. So it was just me. I was like, well, good night. My work day starts now. And it was just me wearing AirPods, watching on the TV. And I worked until 4 a.m. or something. And also in the living room, I started writing blog posts for Mac Stories in the living room because I didn't want to bother Sylvia with the keyboard's noise. And after a couple of hours, Zelda came to check on me. She was just standing in the hallway looking at me. She was like, "What are you doing?" And I told her, "Go to bed." And she went back to bed. And usually I either watch the event with Sylvia or I just, I have a dinner break at some point. Like I go grab a coffee. Like I have a semblance of normal life in the middle of an event. Here it was just me being very tired, especially toward, at 3:15 a.m. ish. I was like, man, kind of tired now. And I thought, well, should I make myself a cup of espresso now? And then I realized that's a very bad idea.
It would have gone bad. There's no way that goes well.
Yeah. And so I just, I held strong. And then at 4 a.m. I was like, nope, I'm done. Whatever is left, John will pick it up. And he did. So thank you, John.
It was 7 p.m. for me. So the thing I realized like midday is like, oh, this is how it always feels for y'all. Like I had a whole work day and then there was an Apple event.
It sucks. It's like we've gotten used to it, but like there is that like the anticipation of like I can't do anything today, but I have to wait, right? And like that's how it always would feel. And then it'd be like, all right, and here we go. So yeah, that's kind of how it usually is.
Yeah, I tracked 13 hours of work on on Monday. So I did my normal work day. I took a little time off in the afternoon once the family was home from school, hung out for a bit, and then the big difference for me, like I watched it at my desk as I normally do, taking notes like I normally do. The thing that was different for me because of the time change is that I pre-wrote part of the article that I published after the event based on rumors of what was happening. Like I didn't know anything, but I was like, if there's going to be an M3 iMac, chances are it's going to be the same. So I had some like boilerplate stuff and I reused some of it I didn't. It's really the first time I've done that for an Apple
I
event.
think there's passion in the writing usually. You know what I mean? Like you like to think that it's like being artisanally crafted, and like we're seeing inside of the machine.
No,
now.
it's a content farm over here.
Taboola any day now.
The other big difference is that I recorded a podcast right afterwards. So normally Upgrade goes right after an event, and we'll do Connected the next day, or like this time we're basically last, sort of in our circle. But I recorded App Stories with John because, as Federico said, it was the middle of the night.
Thank you, Steven.
And you're welcome. It was so much fun. But that I very rarely do that. And we got some stuff slightly wrong in that episode. Actually, something big wrong I realized afterwards, and I texted John. I was like, please take out the sentence that I said because it's not accurate. But it was a lot of fun, and I wrapped up my day pretty late, but it was a fun change of pace.
I feel like you lived my life. Like
I think
this
I
is
did.
what my life is
Yes.
like, right?
Yeah.
It's like the recording straight after and getting things wrong. Like that's just part of the experience, and then you deal with it next week.
That's right. It's for Federico and John's follow-up to mop up anything we got incorrect. But it was it was fun. And there was so much like, why is Apple doing this? Maybe it's because of Japan, like, on and on. They just did it because they thought it'd be fun. And for a one-off, I think it was kind of fun. But it's not something that is going to be ongoing, I don't think. So
Yeah, please never do it again, Apple, if you're listening. Like, it was fun.
I don't want to do it.
And I
again.
imagine all the PR people being like, don't you guys love this? Isn't this fun? And we're all like, yeah, no, don't do it. Never do it again.
No, nobody likes this. No one's liking this. But congrats for trying something new. I said it's an upgrade, but I just think they didn't go hard enough. Like, if they were going to do it, they should have done it. But I don't think they really embraced it to the level that it should have been embraced.
At least an executive should have been in costume. At least one.
And the most they did was like there was some wolf noises when Tim came out and there was smoke and he said good evening and he didn't even say it in a fun voice. Like Jason made the point, and I feel like this was really good, and like I think comes from Jason's background to like the corporate world of like when it was conceived, it was full of stuff, and then executives just kept taking it out until it was left with like, there'll be some special effects, and Johnny Sruji will say, "Welcome to my lab," and then that's the end of it, right?
And there were some bats flying over Apple Park. Yeah.
They got a bad bat problem at Apple Park. Someone's got to look out for that. I'm worried about engineers getting rabies. This is a problem.
Well, the Apple Park uses a lot of outside air to cool the building. Those bats are in there now. You can't get them out.
There's nothing you can do about it. They're all up in the belfry. It was the day before Halloween, right? And so me and Adina make jack-o'-lanterns. If you don't know what a jack-o'-lantern is, you should go check out episode 198 of the Ungenius podcast here on Relay FM, which Stephen and I host, where we talk about Wikipedia articles and we spoke about jack-o'-lanterns. And I was on the episode, me and Stephen spoke about what I could maybe do, which was I wanted to do the dotted face emoji, but my pumpkin just wasn't shaped right. It was more horizontal than like round. And so I carved the Finder face into my pumpkin. So I made a Finder jack-o'-lantern, getting in the whole spirit of things,
Nice.
It's good. It's very nice.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
I was very good. Very good. Very good.
I thought it was pretty okay.
Never carved a pumpkin in my life.
It's good fun, man. It's good fun. It's like a thing that it's not really a big deal here, but it's becoming more. But me and Adina just decided to make it a thing that we could do at Halloween. Thank you. Speaking of the holidays, Stephen.
Yes.
There's a different holiday coming up, and we want Relay FM listeners to get prepared for it in a fun way. What is that?
That's right. We have put together an ugly sweater Relay FM podcast t-shirt or sweatshirt or a tank top. Sometimes it's hot at Christmas where you may live.
The old Christmas tank top.
Yeah. That's for the Australians in the audience. But we worked with our designer JD on this, and it has come out so well. So it's a very typical sort of holiday sweater feel with snowflakes and, gifts, but also iPods and the RSS logo. And I absolutely adore this shirt. I've got one. I got an early one that I actually wore on a stream during September. And so it's that's out there for you to go find. But it's awesome. This is for sale only until November 13th. We did this early so you can get it in time for the holidays. orders should ship right at the end of November, early December. So you have this in plenty of time for your office holiday party, or you got to go to your grandmother's house for Christmas, whatever it may be. You can wear this shirt and everyone will love it, and you'll be the most popular person there.
Everyone will be like, oh man, I also love my syndication to be really simple. And you can be like, yeah. Imagine. Don't you want people to say that to you?
I do like my simple syndication. Really, RSS is not that simple. Can I just say, as someone who has been working...
It's actually incredibly complicated and scary.
Yeah. We have done some stuff in our feeds to support some new features in Apple Podcasts, and not as simple as it says on the tin.
Really horrible syndication.
This episode of Connected is brought to you by Fitbod. When you want to change your fitness level, it can be hard to know where to start. That's why we're pleased to let you know that Fitbod is an easy, affordable way to build a fitness plan that's just for you. Everyone's fitness path is different, which is why Fitbod uses data to make sure they customize things exactly to suit you. By using a powerful algorithm to learn about you, your goals, and your training ability, Fitbod will create a custom dynamic program based on your experience and any equipment you may have. This is all wrapped up in an app that makes it incredibly easy to learn how to perform each exercise. It's actually my favorite thing about the app. They have over 1,400 HD video tutorials. They're shot from multiple angles to make sure that learning each exercise is a breeze. And I appreciate that. If I'm trying something new, I want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly and safely. And those videos put my mind at ease. Superior results are achieved when a workout program is tailored to your unique body, experience, environment, and goals. Muscles improve when working in concert with each other, so overworking some muscles while underworking others can negatively impact your results. That's why Fitbod tracks muscle fatigue and recovery to design a well-balanced workout routine. By mixing up muscle groups, exercises, sets, reps, and weight over time, Fitbod serves to increase your overall strength and keep your body sharp. This also keeps your gym sessions fresh and fun by mixing up your workouts with new exercises. You can keep track of your achievements and personal bests with Fitbod's built-in progress tracking charts, and that data can sync with your Apple Watch, Wear OS smartwatch, and apps like Strava, Fitbit, and Apple Health. Personalized training of this quality can be expensive, but Fitbod is just $12.99 a month or $79.99 a year. But you can get 25% off your membership by signing up at fitbod.me/connected. That link is in the show notes, but it's fitbod.me/connected for 25% off your membership. Our thanks to Fitbod for the support of the show and Relay FM. The Rickies is a game Connected hosts play before Apple keynotes and the beginning of each new year, trying to predict future events. It is made up of 3 rounds. Each host makes 2 regular picks, followed by a risky pick. There are 2 types of Rickies, annual Rickies and keynote Rickies. We're playing the latter today. The keynote Rickies winner is named the keynote chairman. This position is held until the next keynote. After the Rickies, the hosts then play a game called the Flexies. These 2 games are separate but related. Please stand for the reading of the rules. Correct regular picks are awarded 1 point. The language used for regular picks must be finalized and agreed upon during the recording, and no partial points may be awarded. Correct risky picks are worth 2 points, but wrong ones will cause a point to be deducted from that host total. Picks must have been approved as risky by the 2 other hosts before the start of the game. A pick cannot be named risky if it has been previously rumored by publications of record, 9to5Mac, or Mac Rumors. Picks made for Keynote Rickies cannot be reused by the host who made them for the next keynote. All hosts are allowed to reuse picks previously made by others. Scoring is completed during recording and cannot be modified once an episode is complete. In the event of a tie, dice by pcalc must be used in Relay FM mode to pick a winner. In the case of a 3-way tie, hosts all make their calls at the same time, with flipping continuing until a winner is named. Jason Snell has a lifetime ban on flipping any coins in relation to the Rickies. Coin flips by Jason on other podcasts are allowed, but they're frowned upon and subject to public shaming. For Keynote Rickies, the scoring window starts when the live stream begins and closes when the picks are scored. Any information used in scoring must be publicly verifiable at the time of recording. The order of picks is set by previous performance. The winner of the previous associated game goes first. The previous loser goes last. Winners will be recognized during the closing ceremonies. As a reminder, Mike is the current annual chairman, and I am the current keynote chairman, so we'll see if I retain my title today. Past results can be seen at rookies.co and rookies.net. These sites also have pages about managing your own scorekeeping at home. You may be seated.
Stephen, how's the feeling that you've only had it for a month or whatever?
It's a pretty short one. Sometimes you're the keynote holder for months and months and months.
Like this one could be, usually this one could be a while, though I think we're expecting something early next year, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Vision Pro.
Yeah, Vision Pro. So we'll see.
But, sometimes you can hold it from October to June if you're lucky, but not this time.
Not this time. Well, we'll see. Let's start with round one.
Maybe not this time for you at all.
My first round pick. Apple announces a new Apple Silicon system on a chip. Not only one, but three. The M3, the M3 Pro, and the M3 Max. All announced and all shipping in real-life computers.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I wasn't sure about this, but this was with the whole event, right? Really?
Yeah.
It was just coming out party for the M3. This was the whole thing. So,
I mean, as I said last time, I really was just going to lean into the M3. And if it didn't happen, there'd be a lot more red in this document next to my initials. They're all new. They're on the new 3nm process. We're not sure of what flavor of 3nm process, but time will tell. And all three at once. So the base and the two higher chips all at once. The first time Apple's done that. I think it makes a lot of sense to do it this way. And who knows what will happen in the future? As I said in App Stories, this doesn't line up with the two things we knew before with the M1 and the M2. So who knows how they'll do it in the future? But certainly exciting to see Apple Silicon continue to march forward at a pretty good pace.
Do you feel like you want an M3 in your life? Does what they spoke about, does that excite you at all?
It is exciting. I have an M2 Pro, MacBook Pro, and I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to sit this one out, but very exciting. If you have an Intel machine, it's time. If it's in your budget, now's a great time to jump aboard the Apple Silicon train. So I've got my first point. Mike, you're up.
The 13-inch MacBook Pro is redesigned. Now, you look, isn't the most ultimate redesign
a cancellation?
No, now it's bigger and cooler. If you think about it,
sure.
When the 14-inch was introduced, did we think of it as a new product? No, it was just the 13-inch has been replaced with the 14-inch. And so really, the computer still exists, right? It's the entry-level MacBook Pro. There's a whole separate thing. It's got an M3 in it, right? So it's just an enhancement. And, they got rid of the touch bar. They changed the ports. If you think about it, it's kind of it's like how a caterpillar gets redesigned into a butterfly.
Wow.
Right? The 13-inch MacBook Pro has been redesigned into a 14-inch MacBook Pro.
Okay.
There is an argument. I'm making this argument. The argument is here, and now I put it to the world.
Hey, Federico. Sidebar, real quick.
I hear resounding agreement from my co-hosts.
I mean...
He sounds like a salesperson on late night TV.
I can
you want to believe him,
it
but you
as
can't.
An argument. I mean, you could argue that it was redesigned so much it gained an inch.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't we all? We've all been there.
It was redesigned so hard it got bigger. So
yes, it's the most ultimate redesign. It still exists. There is still a product in the lineup, right? That it's not like they were there is no.
Oh,
Steven's just left the call. He's so mad.
Just call. Okay.
So Federico, Steven's left the podcast right now.
Okay.
Are we in agreement that I get this point?
Okay, I would give you the point, but I don't think Steven will.
Doesn't matter. Do we all have to agree? Have we ever have we ever actually established
out of
this?
a technicality, if the other host is gone from the moment we are adjudicating this, technically you get the point.
Hey, my internet dropped, but now I'm back.
It's fine. We resolved this. There's nothing to worry about.
So I sort of said that I would kind of give Mike the point, but to keep things professional, because I mean, arguably you could say, well, I used the line, it was redesigned so much it gained an inch. But in all seriousness, we should probably call Jason.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should call...
Wait, because this is the thing. Like, I realize now, Stephen, is there a way that we resolve? Like, what is the resolution?
We don't have a adjudicator named in our rules.
Yep. No.
I think the closest thing we have is the coin flip.
How do we coin Heads it was redesigned, tails it wasn't? Like, what does that mean?
I think so. I think it's exactly what we do.
Really? Is this the precedent we're going to set now? That adjudication is based on luck?
See if Jason is free. Call him up.
Chance Miller of 9 to 5 Mac, a.k.a. Publication of Record, says that he's with us, that it's a redesign. Does that work?
We don't know that's Chance. People aren't verified in Discord like they are on Twitter.
I'm actually pretty sure that they are. In our Discord anyway, because of the way that works.
I don't know.
This machine was not redesigned into the 14. It was replaced.
I mean...
Come on.
That's a point of view. You know? It's like a perspective.
Okay, Obi-Wan.
Like, there is a perspective in which it has been redesigned.
Yeah, I guess, Mike, see if you can get Jason on the phone.
Maybe we can move on to the next one while I do that.
Okay, so my round one pick was the MacBook Air is not updated at this event. Yeah, it was just the MacBook Pro and the iMac. I was pretty positive that we wouldn't get any MacBook Air updates, and the people made fun of me for having a what's the term?
Passion.
Buzzkill pick.
A buzzkill pick, and as always, the buzzkill pick gave me the point. So, no MacBook Air. I don't know when we are expecting an M3 MacBook Air, honestly. I'm guessing...
June?
June, yeah, maybe June, maybe next June. I could see that. I am perfectly content with my M2 MacBook Air, so I have no reason to look for an upgrade. But yeah, this event, no MacBook Air.
Do y'all think the MacBook Air will get an M3 before the MacBook Pro gets an M4? Or do you think that they're moving into a world where the MacBook Air is kind of one cycle behind?
No, I think they'll do it this year. Like, I think they'll do it this year. Because they've done one every year, right?
Yep.
They did M1, M2, M3. And if you think about it, like with the way that this one's gone at least, like there have been other products that get the M3, even like the base M3 before it anyway, so...
What? No, that's not true. The M1 and M2, the MacBook Air was the first machine.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying this time, there are other products that have already got it, so I think they'll just get it when it's time to rev that machine, which will probably be in the summer.
Yeah, I wonder if the 15-inch M2 throws a wrench in that a little bit for them. That one seemed late.
Yeah, but then also they did 2 MacBook Pros this year, so...
That's true. That is true.
I don't think they care, you know?
Any word from Mr. Snell?
No, I've messaged him. We may have to circle back around on this when he's available.
Okay.
We'll see if he becomes available. If not, we'll find a new way to resolve this, you know?
So we have some real-time follow-up. Lex in the Discord. 2 picks have been adjudicated before. Apple updates a standard Bluetooth Magic Keyboard from Federico was adjudicated by Jason in September of 2021. In April of that year, Federico's pick, there will be a setting to disable the higher refresh rate on at least one new iPhone, was adjudicated by Mike. So there is some precedence for...
I don't understand how I am able to adjudicate.
How was it adjudicated by Mike?
I don't know.
This is
because then
collusion.
In that situation, couldn't Federico be adjudicating this pick? Because I think I'm going yes.
Or
You're
I could
saying no.
adjudicate
Federico's saying yes.
Oh,
yeah, but why would you adjudicate? You have an opinion. Like we're in like opposition to each other, right? Me and you here. Federico is ruling on my side, so isn't that 2/3? Like, it's 2 out of 3, right?
Are you sure, Lex?
So-
Is this the same mic that's doing a show with us?
It's a different one. We found another mic.
Could be
adjudicated. Look, we have time. We have time until we need to work this out. So we could just keep going through, and then we'll just see what happens. We got time.
Okay. Well, it does affect some things as we move into round 2. So we'll see if Jason comes back. All right, round 2. The M1 iMac receives an update.
A tad late there,
So
buddy.
M3, baby.
After the bell.
I was thinking about who could adjudicate the point. Sorry.
The M3. So the iMac, as rumored, skipped over M2 completely. And it's the same iMac. I think the design is awesome. I do wish for a bigger one, but the 24-inch iMac lives on with the M3.
And my pick was the names of the colors of the iMac are unchanged. Yes, blue, green, pink, silver, yellow, orange, and purple remained.
Same colors. They didn't drop any colors, which I kind of thought was like not outside of the realm of possibility. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe the purple and the orange don't sell very well, so they're going to drop those. But they are the same, which I'm glad for, because I think the iMac's the most fun product in the lineup right now.
In my round 2 pick, I said the visual design of the 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pro is unchanged.
There are 2 Stevens on the Zoom call. This is chaos. This episode has devolved into chaos now.
I love this.
The visual design of the 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pro is unchanged.
Unchanged.
No, I agree.
Oh, they removed a USB-C port. It's a totally different computer.
The 14 is. I mean, it got a new color and finish, but that's not a difference.
I think this design has really stood the test of time so far. It's so good. I think we're going to continue to see this form factor for years to come, and I'm just fine with it. This is where I would normally tell you what our scores are, but we don't know because Jason Snell's in the shower or doing something. So we'll come back to that.
We still have time.
This episode of Connected is brought to you by Electric. Turning a small business into an empire takes work, and you have to keep your ear to the ground for things that will help you take it to the next level. But this can be hard when your attention is pulled in different directions, because that's the reality of being a boss. The team over at Electric knows that small businesses, maybe like yours, face these challenges. That's why they're here to help with time-consuming parts of your business, like standardizing device security with best-in-class device management software. This lets you implement best practices across the board and be ready to scale. And employee onboarding and offboarding done for you, saving you an average of 8 hours per request. Plus, Electric will help you keep a single point of visibility into your IT environment to take control of your devices, networks, and applications, while simplified reporting allows you to achieve and maintain compliance with proactive IT recommendations and automated workflows that make IT easy to manage, even for your non-technical users. If you're hearing this and you think your company could use some of these services, but you're not sure where to start, Electric's experts will guide you through the process of establishing standardized IT processes for everyone in your organization. Delegation is super important in a small business. And look, if you're a tech person, you could handle this at the beginning, but now your business has grown and it's time to bring in the professionals. For Connected listeners, Electric is offering a free pair of Beat Solo 3 headphones for taking a qualified meeting. Just go to electric.ai/connected. That link is in the show notes, electric.ai/connected. Go there now for your free pair of Beat Solo 3 headphones for scheduling a meeting. Our thanks to Electric for their support of the show and Relay FM. It is now time for our risky picks. Mine was Apple unveils an iMac Pro.
How confident were you in this?
Not very.
I do still think it will happen one day, right?
Your boy Turnus kind of threw cold water on it, saying the 4.5K display was a great replacement for the old 5K iMac.
Where did he say that?
He said it during the keynote.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. That's
you
not
weren't
great.
you were not paying attention to his words, Mike.
I don't listen to what he says. I just
You just look at the pictures.
I just look at him. It's fine. Even when he came on, Adina was like, "Oh, there he is." Everyone knows. Everyone agrees in my
Also,
household.
she's in on the whole story. Okay.
Yeah, she knows.
Okay.
She knows. Yeah.
Is Turnus your hall pass?
Look, I'm not gonna get into that right now. It's not needed. We're doing some adjudication. There's important adjudication happening right now. We don't need to discuss this.
I mean, have you ever heard this episode so far? Are you sure?
I've only heard about a third of it, so
yeah, who knows? Who knows what's happening? My pick was Apple unveils a new Studio Display Pro that is larger than the regular Studio Display and features a new screen technology than the smaller model.
how confident were you about this?
I mean, for me, it hinged on there being an iMac Pro, right? Like, then I could have imagined this happening. And the fact, even when they were just talking about the MacBook Pro, I was still having hope, right? Like, this is like a display for professionals. There was also a lot of, like how people, they keep their eye on what's in stock and what isn't, right? And they talk about that online. There was a lot of talk about the Pro display being a little bit supply constrained, so I was getting my hopes up a little bit, but no, it didn't happen. One day it will, and I'll be excited for when that day will come, but I don't know when that time will be.
So, this is very sad. I said, Apple introduces a new desktop keyboard and or trackpad that supports connecting to multiple devices at once. They also support USB-C connections now. No, just they not just multi-pairing, but they just straight up did not update any of the accessories to USB-C, and it sort of became the thing that alongside the base model MacBook Pro, everybody's complaining about, like those accessories unchanged and still using Lightning.
This is a big surprise. Like, that is very strange that didn't happen. I don't know what it's going to take to make it happen. It felt like the obvious thing to happen, especially when they did a new iMac, but it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I would now like to welcome to the call Jason Snell. Jason Snell has joined us on the call. Jason, can you hear us?
Hey, boys. How's it going?
Hello.
Hello, Jason. Right, very good. Jason, I'm here to petition something to you. I would like to have the floor for a moment, all right?
All right.
The 13-inch MacBook Pro is redesigned. Now, if you think about it, when a caterpillar goes into its cocoon, Jason, it emerges a beautiful butterfly. The butterfly is bigger than the caterpillar. It has more beauty than the caterpillar. It has a new design, a fresh design, maybe more ports than a caterpillar. Who could tell? I don't know. I don't know how butterflies work. So the question here is, like, the 14-inch MacBook Pro just took over the spot of the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It has the base M chip. It doesn't have the exact same configuration. There's no touch bar anymore, but it got bigger. In the sense of when the 14-inch MacBook Pro was introduced, it wasn't like we're like, oh, what is this new computer? We knew that it replaced the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So now the standard 13-inch MacBook Pro that was left has been redesigned into a 14-inch MacBook Pro. Wouldn't you agree, Jason?
Mike, I feel like your question is answered by your own question, which is, indeed, the 14-inch MacBook Pro did fill the spot previously occupied by the 13-inch MacBook Pro. A different computer.
Boom!
Redesigned, though. Like, redesigned from an old computer to a new computer. Like, if you imagine they went away and they were like, let's make this different. Here's a new computer.
If we'd never seen a 14-inch MacBook Pro before and it was a completely new design, I still don't think I would agree with you, but I would be more inclined. But it's an existing design that already existed. And so, no.
Okay.
That's a no.
Well, Jason, we're done with you now. Absolutely.
Need any coins?
No,
flipped?
we're good. There was not a part of me that thought I even had a chance in this, but I started to sway Federico, and so thought I would run for the end zone. I think that's what they call it.
You know what I would have done, Mike, if Jason was not picking up? I was going to call my mom and explain the thing in Italian.
I was thinking maybe John Voorhees could have been the next call rather than your mom, but
no,
I
but
feel like maybe that would have worked a bit better for me.
John is resting today, so that's why I thought of John immediately, but so I didn't want to bother him. He's had a long day this morning.
Well, then we will count that as not a point for Mike. Jason, thank you for your adjudication.
You are welcome anytime.
Okay. Don't forget I won the draft.
On a tiebreaker.
You sure you don't want me to call my mom and explain the point?
It doesn't matter. Tiebreakers still require knowledge, It wasn't like a coin flip. So, he's gone now. All right. No, we're good. We're good. And we have resolved this. Stephen, you can now talk about the points.
Okay. So at the end of the Rickies, Mike has 0 points. Federico has 1 point, and I have 1 point. Meaning we got a coin flip for the win.
Woo! Okay, so the first time where I've had to go to Control Center to turn off mute for the coin flipping.
Oh, yeah.
Because usually I would just hit the little switch. All right, so I am on the most recent version of Dice by Peacock. We can clear that out. Let me check that I'm on Relay FM mode. And I don't know who to ask to go heads or tails. Do either of you have a preference that one of you should pick?
I don't know who's gonna pick first.
You pick first.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, mind games.
I am going to say. Let me get in touch with the universe for 1 second.
I just got a message. That was what that ding was.
The universe is telling me heads.
I picked tails, Mike.
Heads.
Thank you, universe.
Federico announced his own win for himself.
Wow, insider trading.
Yep. Congratulations, Federico. You've taken back the win. Stephen, you did only have it for like 4 weeks in the end. But, you get hunger for later on, There'll be more that come around for you. Congratulations, Federico.
Thank you.
Federico won the Mac event.
That is what it
Isn't
means.
that beautiful?
How does that make you feel, Stephen?
Not great. Maybe a new laptop would make me feel better.
You know what? I agree. Why don't you get one of them? Have 2 laptops. Have the 2 laptop lifestyle. I think that's what the kids are doing now.
Some people do it, yeah. Congratulations, buddy.
I deserve it, so.
Wow.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm on your side because you tried to give me a point.
Yeah. You're my best friend.
That's all
now.
it takes to get my love is just offer me the ability to get a point.
Yeah.
I really was surprised about the way that went. I thought I would give it a go. I did not think that I would be able to win anyone over. I was very close. Maybe if Jason won the draft, he would have given me the point,
Oh, wow. Collusion.
Maybe. Or it's the opposite of collusion, isn't it?
What happens if you win the draft and the Rickies?
I have had that before, I think.
Something to consider.
I don't know what happens. I think at that point I can retire, maybe?
Oh, well, let's not go that far.
I mean, can it get any better than that? That, I win it all? I don't think it can get any better than that. I feel like if I have the Ricky's trophy... So here's the thing. I feel like if I am both annual chairman and keynote chairman, if I line up the 2 discs on the Ricky's trophy and aim them towards the draft pennant, if it says champion, I feel like I'll open a portal to a new dimension or something, I'll be on a higher plane of being at that point.
I have updated my trophy to reflect Federico's position.
Oh, yeah. So wait, let me do that. We always forget to do that.
It's big circle on London, little circle on Rome.
Oh, you know what? I never changed it. Mine was already on Rome.
What?
Well, because when it happened, we were in California. What was I supposed to do?
You don't travel with yours?
No, and neither do you. This is why we should have actual real closing ceremonies, because then when we're traveling, we can just put them on pause until we return, right?
Oh, maybe.
So Federico was always champion at Mega Studio.
Yeah, that's how much he loves me. To be fair, I'm easy to be loved also.
You really are.
Yeah.
You really are.
So humble.
I know.
So humble.
Also, okay, the last event, Mike, you were at home. Only I was in California.
Oh, yeah. It was September. Yeah, I just didn't do it because we don't have the closing ceremonies. If we had the closing ceremonies, we'd remember to update the trophy, but we never do it. So what prompts me to update the trophy, Also, you don't know where I was.
I mean,
I could be anywhere.
You weren't in California.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what you think. Maybe I was in a hotel,
You came all the way to California, but didn't go to Apple Park. You know what? That's just...
Maybe
it's the other side of town. I got to get an Uber.
Maybe I was wearing a disguise.
I thought Jason looked taller this time. This episode of Connected is brought to you by Indeed. What's a game where no one wins other than the rookies? The waiting game. When it comes to hiring, you can't wait for great talent to find you. You need to find them first with Indeed. When you're hiring, you need Indeed because it is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. So instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, you can use Indeed's powerful hiring platform that can help you do it all. Indeed streamlines hiring with powerful tools that help you find matched candidates. With Instant Match, over 80% of employers get quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment is in italics in my copy, the moment they sponsor a job, according to Indeed Data US.
Because there's no waiting around, right? They're not going to make you wait around.
No.
Indeed. It's going to be the moment.
The moment.
The moment.
Indeed's hiring platform is great because it gets you one step closer to the hire by immediately matching you with quality candidates. Even better, Indeed is the only job site where you only pay for applications that meet your must-have requirements, delivering 4 times more hires than all other job sites combined, according to Talent Nest 2019. So join more than 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/connected. This offer is good for a limited time, so claim your $75 credit now at Indeed, INDEED, Indeed.com/connected. Going there supports our show by showing Indeed that you heard about him here on your favorite podcast. Terms and conditions apply. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Our thanks to Indeed for their support of the show and Relay FM. The Flexies is a game held after each edition of the Rickies. It consists of a series of additional picks in relation to the upcoming Apple event or year. Scoring is completed separately from the main game, but like the Rickies, the order of picks is set by the results of the previous game, and ties will be broken by using Dice by Peacock. Please lie down as the rules are read. Host must make a minimum of 5 flexi picks. Each correct pick is awarded with 1 point. Wrong picks do not remove any points, and no partial points may be awarded. The winner is determined by comparing the percentage of correct flexis made by each host. The winner can choose their title as long as they are the winner. Federico shall be named Prince Flexi and is known as King Flexi when having won both the keynote and annual games. Mike has chosen Duke of Flexington and uses the name Archduke Flexington when applicable. I am the Attorney General Flexi, and I use the title Secretary of Deflex when necessary. Loser of the Flexis must compensate the winner of the Flexis by donating to a charity of the winner's choice. The amount of the donation is $25 per wrong Flexi made by the loser. The money must be donated on air. Federico is the current winner of the keynote Flexis, and Mike is the winner of the annual Flexis. If someone holds all 4 titles, they are allowed to choose their own moniker. You may be seated.
All right, so I'll go first. I had 5 flexis. Number 1, Johnny Shuji makes an appearance. Number 2, the event video is less than 90 minutes long. Number 3, at least one M3 series chip introduces support for Thunderbolt 5, a first for the industry.
First for the industry.
Nope.
I love that line at the end,
Nope.
you know?
Nope. And nope.
No.
Number 4, Vision Pro is mentioned at some point during the video. Nope, it was never, no, not a single mention. And lastly, number 5, at least one computer or accessory that gets updated is less expensive in the US than before. Yeah, I forgot which one, but when I saw it, I went into the document and
The 14-inch MacBook Pro, that one that quote replaced the 13-inch is $15.99. So that's down from $19.99.
So 3 out of 5, that's a 60% correct ratio.
That's right.
And we hand it over to Mike, and Mike, I believe there's a mistake in the scoring of your wikis.
Okay, we'll find out. Some kind of Halloween joke is made.
I mean, even the good evening counts as a joke to me. So.
Yeah.
And there were bats. There was all kinds of
Bats, yeah.
stuff, but it just nothing leaned in enough.
Tim Cook was wearing an orange Apple Watch band. It was good.
Big jokes. 2, someone says carbon neutral.
This is graded incorrect. Someone said carbon neutral during the video.
Did they?
Yes, I was checking. I believe it was the woman
Oh.
Kate.
In what reference to what, though?
A Mac. A Mac. One of them. Well, obviously a Mac.
What?
Yes. Carbon neutral. Something along the lines was it was like, and we continue in our efforts for carbon neutrality or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a screenshot
Yeah,
in
here
Discord.
it is.
Yes.
Spol found it and reaching our goal of carbon neutral products by 2030. Look at me go. All right.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you, Federico.
So see, we're even better friends now.
We're like, what is even more than best friends? Are we lovers now?
Yeah.
Easy.
Am I John Turnus?
You could be my John Turnus. 3, all outside shots are filmed in the evening. With an iPhone.
Yeah.
Which is cool though, right? It's cool that they did that.
Super cool. I love
When
it.
we were watching it, I said it to you guys, right? I was like, oh, it said it was filmed on iPhone. And we all were just kind of like, oh, they must have done that before. And then we just moved on. And then the internet exploded about it over a couple of days. I think it's super cool. I haven't watched that video yet, but it's high up in my watch later queue. The one where they did the behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's good. Super interesting.
4, John Turnus looks great. He did look great. 5, at least one Mac is available to order today. This felt like the riskiest one for me because it was so late, right? That would they still do today? And they did. You could order a bunch of them today. Or yesterday. Or whenever it was. I don't even know what day it was. Monday? And 6, we do not get new AirPods Max, even though I want them. 100%.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That can't have happened much, surely.
Very impressive.
Look at that.
Well done.
I would love it if one of the scorekeepers in the Discord could let me know if anybody's done 100% on their flexes before. First time, apparently. It's the first time.
A first for the industry, right?
Yes, I am now flexi neutral. This is the first for the industry. 100% flexis all the time, renewable flexis.
The iMac's input devices are updated with USB-C, but otherwise remain the same. Number 2, the M3, M3 Pro, and M3 Max are all announced.
Nice one. This is a good one.
Yeah.
And this is the one that I thought about bringing to you as my risky, but I didn't. Now I kind of wish I had.
I feel like I might have gone with that.
Yeah, maybe. That's okay, though. Super exciting either way. Number 3, the Mac Mini is not updated. Number 4, the iPad, not even mentioned.
I don't even think seen. I don't even recall seeing one.
I saw a post on Mastodon. If I can find it, I'll put it in the show notes. I don't promise I can find it. It was a picture of, there are people like in a kitchen in the Apple video, and there's an iMac on the island in the kitchen.
They've done this multiple times.
Yeah, and someone was like, "Bro, this is why they have iPads." And no one puts an iMac here.
Bad year for the iPad, right?
Yeah. Well, they got that sick pencil.
No new iPad hardware at all. Maybe quiet year for next year. Big year. That's what we can hope for.
Tough times.
At least Stage Manager got fixed.
Breaking news. The Apple Music voice plan canceled.
No, what am I gonna do now?
I was just getting ready to sign up for it.
I saw Reader refresh in the background behind my Safari tab, and that was the top of the list. So that's a
That
bummer.
is hilarious to me. Why even bother? Like, just don't even bother. Like, just let it go. Like, you know.
How am I gonna listen to music now?
With your hands like an animal.
I gotta use my hands, dude.
I mean, I guess they've gotten rid of this because they just put up the prices, right? So like, they just cleared something out that probably 6 people subscribe to.
Number 5, we don't see Tim Cook on video.
We did.
We did.
Tim Cook.
And he said good evening. It was so good.
Where does that leave us?
Federica and I are tied again
Oh my god.
Again,
Oh my
at
god.
60%.
double tie.
Okay. Oh my gosh, so many notifications are happening and noises. All right, so
I pick heads.
wait. We need to decide something. Is this heads to win or heads to lose? I guess it's heads to win.
Heads for second place.
Heads for second place. All right.
And I choose tails. So
Heads.
Yay!
So how does this work again? How much money is that?
It's $25 per wrong flexi,
$50.
and Federico donates it to wherever you tell him to, Mike.
I would like Federico to make his donation to the Red Cross to help with the civilians in Israel and in Gaza.
Okay. So redcross.org.
Yeah, they'll make sure the money gets to where it needs to get to. I'm
Donate
sure.
online.
They may have specific donation hubs, but probably not right now. I reckon
Okay.
this is people making their donations don't know.
Oh, real-time follow-up from Lex. 100% flexi score is not unprecedented. WWC
okay.
2019.
It's happened loads of times.
WWC 2019. Steven and Federico both got it. March of 2019. Mike and Steven both got it. Annual 2019. I got it.
You got an annual? Whoa!
I was so good at the flexies in 2019.
Yeah, but we all were, apparently. Something happened, right? In 2019, we all did it. Like, that feels like maybe we weren't flexy enough in 2019 is what I would suggest. Maybe we have stretched our wings.
Maybe.
You know what happened? Oh, COVID, you know?
Wait, no, that's before. Oh, you saying we caused COVID because of our flexi scores?
No, COVID changed us.
Oh, it made us worse at it?
It made us more flexible and therefore worse at the flexies.
Yeah. It wasn't technically called the flexies yet. There's now like a historian argument happening in Discord where Kate and Lex are in a cage match.
You see, what was it then?
I think it was just
If it
bragging
wasn't the
rights.
Yeah, but you see, I don't think that counts then. That was a different thing. Bragging rights, like, didn't have the money behind it. Like, I think we could say there have been times where 100% scores have been successfully achieved, but in the flexies, this is the first time.
It's very impressive either way, is what I'll say.
Okay. I donated to the Red Cross. Where is needed most.
Thank you.
Thank you, Federico. And thank you for listening. If you want to find links to stuff we spoke about, head on over to the website, relay.fm/connected/474. There you can become a member and sign up to get Connected Pro, which is a longer ad-free version of the show each and every week. As we mentioned earlier, we talked about getting things done and weekly reviews on the Pro Show. A fun conversation for us to have. We don't normally talk about that sort of stuff, you know? It's nice to spread our wings a little bit. If you want to find us online, there's lots of ways to do that. Federico is the editor-in-chief of MacStories.net. Lots of great coverage of the M3 event over there by you and John, so thank you for staying up late and writing for the rest of us. You can find Federico on Mastodon as Vitici at MacStories.net. Mike hosts a bunch of other shows here on Relay FM. We mentioned Cortex State of the Apps in the Pro Show. It's a true great. Go listen to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. You can find Mike as iMike at mike.social on Mastodon and iMike over on Threads. You can find my writing at 512pixels.net, and I co-host Mac Power Users here on Relay FM. New episodes drop each and every Sunday afternoon. You can follow me on social media, ISMH at eworld.social on Mastodon and ISMH86 on Threads. I'd like to thank our sponsors this week for making the show possible, Fitbod, Electric, and Indeed. Until next week, guys, say goodbye.
Arrivederci.
Cheerio.
Bye, y'all.